Hello guys, this is Omar from Cars Limitless TV. Today we have the 2020 Genesis G90. For you who don't know, Genesis is a brand name created by Hyundai. At first, Hyundai created a Genesis model as a sedan. Then they moved up and created a coupe version. After that, Genesis became its own luxury brand. Now they are dependent. They have three models: the G70 and the G80, sorry, and the Big Daddy, the G90. The G90 created to compete with the S-Class, 7 Series, the Audi A8. What differentiates the G90 from the mentioned luxury sedans is the design. When you look at this thing, it has a lot of creases, really bold design, modern look, different from what we see on the 7 Series on S-Class. It's really beautiful. I really like that design. But the real place you want to be when you're near this car is the rear back seats. After all, this is full luxury sedan. As you can see, it's really huge, luxurious, and the center console, you can do most of the functions on the infotainment system from the back. I'll show you in a second. As you can see, really long doors with soft closing. But the seat you want to be in is the seat that I'm sitting right now. You can see a lot of adjustment to the seat. You can move it forward, backward, whatever. But the best part is you can press this button saying rest, and look what will happen. It will push the front passenger seat all the way, and it will relax me and laying me like that. This is the best part. You can see I can lay down here and do a lot of trips, business trips, whatever. This is the best place to be in as a businessman. I will try to push back the front seat. As you can see here, I will press front and I control it manually as I want, but you can do it with the reset button here. It will push me back to my seat normally as I can sit, and it will return the front seat to its normal position. As a businessman sitting in this side of the seat, you can control a lot of things from this center console. Climate controls, simple and self-explanatory. And from this button you can raise and lower the automatic rear shade. But if you want to be in your own cocoon, you can raise it back up, protecting you from the sun. And the infotainment controller, you can turn on the screen and turn it off from this power right button. The left side is the same thing, and you can manage a lot of functions in this infotainment system. As you can see here, you have the same controller in the front. I will show you that in a second. You can control a lot of functions from the on the infotainment system. You can see I can go like that from the map, navigation, radio, whatever you want, the climate, the media. I can control everything from here, even the ambient lighting and some personal customizations to the car. You can do it from here. On the same center console, under the armrest, you have storage area, USB port, 12-volt socket for the charging. It's really leather and you can feel it's really luxurious. The wooden trim here, I really like everything in here, and leather everywhere here and soft touch. I can't find a proper cheapness in this car, as no one will tell that this is originally it's a Hyundai. From the right side you have the side rear shades, but the best part, even this small, you can see I can lower it with the push of a button. Even this small part of the window has its own rear shade to protect you from everything from every angle of the sun. The same thing you can do For the left window, lowering the side shades and raising them up back again from the same position without moving, without anything. You have a climate vent here and double climate vents. Also here you have another 12-watt sockets and for if you are a smoker. The rear back seats pockets start as like the airplanes. All manufacturers, luxury manufacturers, and nowadays I noticed they are doing the same airplane style buckets for the back seats. On the P-pillar you have a coat hanger, but look how it's made out of aluminium. It's really brush and luxurious. And on the ceiling you have your own personal mirror to check yourself up before you go to the important meaning you are chauffeured to. And ceiling grab handle have the same stitches as the interior of the car and some aluminium parts that adds to the luxury. Moving to the front seats, so we can talk more about the driving experience of this car. I like the design of this thing and the design of the seats. They're really comfortable. As you can see, the same on the self-closing doors. Some controls here for the windows. Also you can control the rear shades that I talked about previously from the front. Coming to the front seats, the first thing you notice, the luxurious experience that car gave me is a lot of leather, the wood trim and the aluminium together looking beautiful. The two-tone interior, the brown, dark brown, and this one I think the light brown. I don't know what the name of the colors in here, but it looks really good. Some functions for the infotainment system in the middle in here, and the gear shifter. Some controllers for the climate control. Some shortcut buttons for the infotainment system, and the beautiful center clock, hazard lights. The steering wheel looks like it suits this kind of car, luxurious and beautiful. But the worst thing is that I searched for the whole car for any plastics in this interior, as I usually do. I couldn't find any like obvious scratchy plastic in your face or any place you can touch. There's a plastic. Most of it's leather and covered with soft touch materials. But the only place I could find is in the center of the steering wheel, which is really a shame, because most of the time when you're driving the car, this thing is in front of you. So scratchy plastic in here it's a downside. But after all, it's really good interior for the price range of this car. For the gauge cluster, you have analog dials, a small screen in the middle, which are downsized because most of the cars in this segment now moved up to the digital instrument cluster, not the analog one. This is, looks like a outdated instrument cluster. You have some on the middle screen, some functions, some car information and chip info. Nothing that complicated, and just some warning lights. That's simple. On the left side you have the traction control and the blind spot monitoring. You can turn it off and on. The trunk opener, automatic trunk opener, you can see it's opened right now. I don't know if you can see right now. Just 1 second. It's open. Then I can close it. The infotainment itself on this car, it's really easy to use, not that difficult. One of the cool functions I really found on this car is the infotainment. When you open the navigation map, you can see like 3D effect of the buildings around you. Like now I'm next to a stadium and tower, so you can see it like that. Other than that, it's just a normal infotainment system. The screen is really responsive. It's really far from you when you are driving, but you can control it also from this swivel wheel. you can see, which is better when you are driving. Other than that, nothing that interesting on the infotainment system. Some USB ports here, and you have here wireless charging. I will show you in a second how you can operate that. When you put your phone for the charging, you have here some small light in orange. It will light up to show you that the phone is charging, because you can see it's deep a place. You will not see your phone charging, it will not, but it will let you know from that orange light, which is a really good attention to detail. Some cup holders, nothing interesting about them, just the normal, and the infotainment system controller, as I said before. And next to the gear shifter, you have some functions for the drive mode, auto hold. This is what function I really love, because it's really useful when you go to a stop light or something like that. It will hold the car. You don't have to keep pressing the brake until the light will go green. Then you just press the gas pedal and you will go and will let yourself out of that hold mode. And you can, when you're driving, press that button to see the closest parts. It will turn on the sensors around the car, and using this button you can turn on the 360-degree camera system on this car, which is really brilliant and clear. You can see everything around you. Some different views on the car, you can see it and choose whatever one you are needing at the parking or a tight spot. It's really helpful and clever camera system. Going now over the design of the Genesis, you can see the headlights have a really cool design, like a crystal effect in them. They are really gorgeous, and some Genesis lettering. The day running time lights, as you can see, the LEDs extend all the way almost to the wheel arch, with 5 sides, a grille, and you can see here the front camera system and the Genesis logo. Some vents on the front of the car. From the side, the new design of the wheels, well, they are really cool looking wheels, like a diamond shape on them. And the side blinker, or the turning signal light, like almost, I don't know, 12-inch, 30 centi, something like that. Really huge. I will show you in a second how it looks when you turn it on. Long car, long rear doors. From the back, you can see it. With the full connected rear tail lights, with the huge lettering of the Genesis. Same crystal effect continues to the back seats also. The rear exhausts, I like it how it looks from the back. Really cool car. You can open the trunk from this button, which is obvious, and it's in the middle of the car with the rear camera also. You can see it. It's really, I don't like that because it's really obvious. The second way is using this small button, and the third one is using the key. You can long press on that key, but the coolest way is to open it, is to approach the car from the back with while you're holding the key, and it will open the trunk automatically. I'm not doing anything, I didn't push anything. It's really cool. It's a huge trunk, giving the size of this vehicle, and some netting and tethering points in the back. And here you can open it and you have just a repairing kit for the tire, no spare tire. And you can close the rear trunk using this button and the lock button. If you're wondering, if you are the key in your pocket and you have some you carry some stuff, you will push this button and it will close the key, it will close the trunk, and it will lock the car at the same time. Finally, we talk about the engine of the G90. I will not try to do it as the previous video with one hand. It's really struggling. I'm struggling.
8 hours later.
Last but not least, I will talk about the G90 engine that I have today, which is the 3.8 liter V6 with 311 horsepower and 0 to 60 time almost around the 6 seconds range. There's also a 5.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated also option and 3.3 liter twin turbo option, but the one I have today is the 3.8 V6, which is really a smooth engine, and when you can start it, you can barely hear it. It's really good engine and really smooth on the road. Not that, and the gearbox helps with that because it's a 8-speed automatic, which is really good, and not that good, not the like the fast response gearbox. It's on the relaxed side, which is the use of this car. You're not driving it for the performance, it's just for the luxury and the smoothness, which is this car and this engine is providing. Driving the 2020 Genesis G90. When you first start driving the car, you'll feel how light the steering is. It's really light and really easy to maneuver the car because it has like something and progressive steering wheel. When you turn it halfway, it's okay, it's like a normal steering wheel, but when you turn it like a full way, it will increase the degree of turning. So if you get what I mean, it will make the from lock to lock, okay, 2 rounds only. So it's helpful a lot in the small tight maneuvers. Another thing is the suspension is really calm and really soaks all the bumps in the road. Nothing, you feel almost nothing, as good as the German rivals, which is surprising to me. And the second thing, the engine is pretty good. It's smooth, the gearbox blends the gears, you only feel nothing. It's responsive in a way, not that fast as a sports car, but it's good. Like you feel the power coming in a smooth way, not punch you in the face, which is has like some unique experience to it. One of the things that I like about the driving in the Genesis is the turning signal camera. When you turn on your signal to the left, for example, a camera and the display in the middle will show up and will show you any vehicle on your left or a curbstone, whatever around you, but mostly cars. It will, and also the blind spot monitoring will beep on you. Like for example, I have a car on my right now. I'll turn on the right signal, it'll show me the car on my right, then I can do the move after it leaves the way. I wish more cars can do that. And for the instrument cluster, I said before, it's outdated. It looks, I don't know, it looks out of this interior. The interior all beautiful except that off instrument cluster, and that's it. Tell me what you think about the car, guys. Tell me in the comments below, and like the video, of course. That will help me and help my channel. And thanks for watching again. Appreciate all your views. Hope you last to the end of this video. I know I'm boring sometimes, but I'm trying my best. And thanks for watching, and subscribe down below. See you guys next time.